I'm Sean J. Harris, and I am America's leading voice when it comes to helping families create generational wealth through building multiple streams of income. And I want to share with you guys today 3 of the basic steps that I teach my coaching clients when I help them to become entrepreneurs, and for those who are already entrepreneurs, how to scale their businesses up to be able to create the financial stability and financial independence that they're seeking. And a lot of times people see me now and see that I travel the world, able to do the cool things that I want to do with my family, when I want to, and do whatever I want to do, basically. But it didn't come that easy. It took work to get there, but I want to share with you the 3 steps that I took. Now, I know a lot of you guys are like me, where you grew up hearing go to school, get good grades, go get a good job, and everything will be happily ever after. And I know for many people, it just doesn't work out that way. I remember my 11th grade counselor, school career counselor, she told me based on my grades that the best I'd amount to was to be a warehouse worker. So I knew that I had greater in me than that, and I knew that what she was saying wasn't true. And many of you guys probably heard, just like I did growing up, you have 3 choices when you graduate. You're going to either go to college, you're going to get a job, or you're going to go to the military. So I was a C student, just wanting to see my way out, so I didn't want to go to college. I wanted to take a break from school for a while, and then with being told what to do, I just don't like being told what to do. So I didn't want to go get a job right away. And I'm sure many of you guys can relate to that as well. So I took my 3rd option, which was to go to the Air Force, and they still told me what to do. But I was able to learn and grow and develop. I had a background in aerospace propulsion and aeronautics, all that high-fluting aircraft cool stuff. But I just knew that that wasn't going to be for me long term. I come from a family of entrepreneurs where my great aunt and uncle owned one of the first African-American owned hotels in Atlanta. Both my parents, they also owned companies as well. So, I come from a background of the entrepreneurial spirit in my family. So I knew that at some point I was going to own my own companies as well and be my own boss and be able to call my own shots. So, I got out of the Air Force and I got into law enforcement for a little while because I wanted to just fulfill a childhood dream. I always had a fascination with law enforcement at that time. But I quickly realized that this wasn't paying the money that I wanted it to pay, and more importantly, it was very dangerous. And I just wanted to be able to get out of that career field and do something that I wanted to do, something I was more passionate about. That would help to accomplish the dreams and goals that I felt that was going to be important for me and my family. So, I had a buddy of mine, his name was Jeff. And Jeff was a police officer also, but I noticed his lifestyle started changing. I noticed he started driving a different vehicle. I noticed he moved to a different neighborhood. And I was like, wow, they don't pay us this kind of money in law enforcement. So I went to Jeff and I said, hey, what are you doing, Jeff? What are you doing to supplement your income to be able to achieve the things that were important to you at this time? So Jeff said, hey man, I'm doing a little things in real estate. So I said, well, can you share it with me? And I knew at that point that I would have to invest my time and even some income to be able to have that same lifestyle and accomplish the things that he's accomplished. So I said, hey, I'm ready to run. I'm ready to do this. So Jeff said, hey, the first thing I recommend that you do is look at home inspection. So I started a home inspection company. That was my very first company. Other than being a kid, I had a lawn care business when I was like 7 years old, me and my brother. But, this was my first registered business through the Secretary of State. So, I was to a point where I was able to make more money in a week than I made in a day in law enforcement. And then I noticed that Jeff's lifestyle continued growing. So he said, hey, look, you need to become a real estate agent. So I did that. Now I got to the point, guys, where I made in one day what it took me 2 months to make at the sheriff's department that I was working at. So I said, hey man, I'm really loving this. So what I did was I continued my mentorship with Jeff, and he guided me through the process and told me subsequent things I needed to do to make sure I stayed successful. And the 3 things I want to talk to you guys about, the 3 steps of what I teach all my clients, if you want to become a entrepreneur, to be able to have the freedom of time, the freedom of money, and to be able to build a big, successful, profitable business, there's 3 steps I want to share with you guys. The first step is what you have to become what's called an intrapreneur. An intrapreneur. These are the 3 I's I'm going to talk to you about. The first one is entrepreneur. And basically what this is, guys, is becoming a business owner within your own company, at your own job. You got to get good at mastering how to have leadership skills, how to start bringing on, how to begin to build your entrepreneurial muscles by becoming effective at your job, doing the best that you can do there. Now, I know that may sound contradictory if you're saying, well, Sean, I want to leave my job, but you have to develop the skills of running a successful business. Usually you can do that at your job. this is also going to put you in a position where you're going to tend to make more money, guys, because you're going to need seed money to invest into a business of your own. So you want to do a good job on your job and start developing income so that you can start getting things into motion, start getting the finances that you need to start buying the equipment that you may need or different systems to run your own business. The second I that I want to talk about is income. You have to know how to be strategic with your income. Now that you're in a position where you're making more income perhaps, or you got income that you had set aside, or just your regular job income, you want to be able to be very strategic with that. You don't want to just scatter. You want to be able to save. There's a method where you have 30, 30, 30, 10, where you set aside 30 for this reason, 30 for this purpose, 30 for this person, and maybe 10% for charitable givings. So these are the things you want to start to put into motion so that you won't get into a position where you left your job but you weren't financially ready. You want to be to the point where you don't have to be stressed out, because when you're stressed out and you're trying to scramble for money once you start your business and you've left your job prematurely, then you're going to make bad decisions. You're going to be in a desperate mode, and you don't want to operate your business in the mode of desperation. And the third I that I want to share with you is being incredibly clear on your vision. You got to be crystal clear. Guys, I knew that I wanted to be able to have a family. I knew that I wanted to be able to travel the world, go places, and not just take a staycation where you're on vacation and you stay in your local city or town. I wanted to be able to travel different places. I wanted to go beyond the Caribbean. I wanted to be able to travel on the other side of the world. You know, my wife and I, we just got back from an incredible trip in Thailand. We went to Dubai and Italy. And, you know, we just hit one country after the next. And we didn't have to rush to get back to get to a job because we own our own company. You know, we earned our own freedom. So these are the things that I like to teach my client. And, you know, I want to give you guys a bonus one also. So let's go back over it. The first one is become an entrepreneur, get really good at being able to run a business, understand the mindset, the thought processes. The second thing we're going to do is to be strategic with our income. That's critically important. And the third thing is be crystal clear on your vision. Know what it is that you want. What's your why? Why do you want to go into business for yourself? Once you accomplish the money that you want to accomplish, your goal that you set out for, what do you plan to do with it? So you have to be crystal clear on that vision. And the third bonus that I want to talk to you about, the fourth bonus that I want to talk to you guys about. I'm getting so excited. But the fourth bonus I want to talk to you about is to be able to invest in mentorship, invest in yourself. Because you have to be able to read, you have to be knowledgeable. You can't just jump into the business realm. What this is going to do, this will accelerate your growth by getting a mentor and not trying to figure it out on your own, to be able to figure out what tools you're going to need, what investments you're going to need to put into yourself. You're going to have to read books, guys. You're going to get to professional associations, go to conferences. People of whatever trade that you're wanting to get into, you got to get around people in that same realm. You know, it's like football players. The football team don't hang out with the baseball team. The baseball team doesn't hang out with the cheerleaders. You have to hang around like minds. So, you know, I'm in a position now where I want to bring on a couple more clients this month. I probably have room for maybe 3 or 4 more clients I want to bring on and walk you by the hand, show you step by step how to actually get your business up and running. And if you already have a business, how to scale your business to the next level. So there's a button underneath this video where you'll see, if you click there, this will give you an opportunity where we can jump on the phone, set up a conference call, and just kind of game plan and map out where your business structure is and where you can go. If we see this is a good fit, then we can go to the next step and I can do the personal training with you and personal guiding. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is not cheap, but it's worth it. Okay, I told you guys early in the video, I have an 8 and a 9-year-old. They're both registered business owners. They have successful businesses. Just a few weeks ago, I trained my son in speaking. He's a speaker. Both he and my daughter, they're speakers, authors, and serial business owners. And my son had a 3.5-minute pitch, a business pitch that he had given. He had 29 other competitors in the competition with him, and he won $25,000 in 3.5 minutes. Guys, that's incredible for an 8-year-old. That's incredible for an adult. So guys, the processes that I have in place are so simple that I can teach my 9 and 8-year-olds how to create 5-figure incomes as children. So just imagine what I can do with an adult. So I actually teach children and adults how to run successful businesses. So again, If we get on the line, we see this is a good fit and see that I can be able to work with you and share with you my processes to show you how to be able to accomplish the same things and even better than what I've accomplished, me and my family, click on the button below and we'll go to the next steps and seeing about getting started in a coaching and mentorship program. So I look forward to hearing from you, and